Hey guys, I'm McCool, your favorite professional hipster and amateur reviewer, bringing to you my favorite albums of 2012. And there'll be 20 listed in the description box, but as a time saver, I'll be only showing you the albums I own. But first off, gonna give a shout out, not to any reviewer on YouTube, but to my Facebook page. Yes, I have a Facebook page, and I do leave a link to it in every single video that I create, but I feel like I should have more friends on there. So if any of you feel like you share the same taste as music as I have, which you're subscribed to me and you're watching this channel right now, so why don't you find me on Facebook. Always open to talk to people about anything on there, and I mean anything, not really, but yeah. I also post like a song a day, pretty much, or at least I'm gonna try to do that in the future. And yeah, I mean, if you like this channel, just go ahead and friend me. Just always love to hear you guys' opinions and whatnot. Another thing, I made this top 100 list of albums that came out since the conception of Pitchfork, that the website Pitchfork Media is kind of doing as a little poll to see what people has liked over the years of their conception. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that in the Dropbox as well. I recommend you making your own list. The list that I created, I just kind of tossed together in 10 seconds, pretty much. I only used like the albums that they kind of had me choose from, which, you know, they just put a lot of albums that made their like best of lists in the past however many years. So I didn't like put any like hidden treasures or anything like that on there, I guess you could say. But yeah, you know, why don't you just friend me on Facebook and share your own list with me? That'd be very nice of you. And I think that's about it for my shoutouts. Listening to this guy right now. Don't know his name or the album of this, or the title of this album at all, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. This is what's playing in the background. He's on a boat, motherfucker! Also, here's what's in the inside, if you're interested at all. Anyways, let's get right into it. Slipping in at my number 20 spot is the Peaking Lights with their album Lucifer. And if you watched my favorite albums of 2011, you would have noticed that Peaking Lights slipped into the top 10 on that list with their album 936, and this album's kind of keeping very much in the same exact style with the dubby and psychedelic sounds. Lucifer is in dedication of their brand new son, which isn't named Lucifer. But yeah, so this album sounds a little more gentler, but kind of still paints those nice little mirages that would be perfect to look here on nice summer days. But yeah, I mean, I wish they would switch up their sound a little bit for their next album, like I kind of suggested in my last video. But you know, I'm understanding. I mean, it's already ambitious enough the way they try to create their music. From what I saw in this little documentary that they made, maybe I'll also post that down below. But yeah, let's skip right to my album that made my number 18 spot, which I'm going to be giving it to Burial's Kindred. And if you saw my top 50 albums of the 2000s, you would have probably heard me say that Burial has had like this flawless career, which I still stick to. I mean, out of any of their albums, I think Kindred really hits the hardest. I'm hearing a lot of people say that, or at least complaining that Burial's just kind of coming out with the same works and sounds that he's come out with every single album he's created. And I could really care less. I mean, he's got some sick beats on this. Just as much emotion as he's ever had on any album. This really envelops you into the sound, and I think the only crime of this Kindred album is that it's cut way too short. I'm not liking it as much as his last album, though. If you wanted to hear if I like Street Halo more. But yeah, I think just like all Burial fans, I'm really just excited for whenever he's going to come out with that full-length LP of his. So we're going to be skipping all the way to my 6th spot. Geesh, I really don't own too many albums in between my favorites of this year to my kind of albums that just made my list. But yeah, it's going to be going to this German guy, Thomas Kohner, and his Russian titled album, Novaya Zemlya. Hope I got that somewhat correct. But yeah, it's in a little CD format here, just to prove that I still try to get music in any sort of physical format as I can get. But yeah, this album's named after this island that's just off the coastline of Russia, and it's like in the Arctic Ocean. But it's been known for like a military hotbed. There's been a lot of like nuclear bomb testings, including like the world's biggest nuclear bomb, which is called the Tsar bomb. But anyways, I don't think Kohner's necessarily trying to like scare you with this album, but you really feel this ghostly presence within this album here. It's kind of, the area that it's in is, just really obviously cold and isolating, and you really can just kind of, hear and feel the scars that are left over from this not too present past of this area. And Kohner really tries to represent all these senses through a ton of silence. So if you're not too much into atmospheric music and ambient music, you might not dig this, but this is easily one of my favorites from this year, even though it's just 3 songs, really. My number 5 spot is going to an album I already gave a really positive review to this year, so go check that out if you haven't already. It's going to Dustin Wong's Dreams Save You Create Shadow Leads, which I don't think I'm going to say too much about it since I already kind of reviewed it, but if you didn't know already, Dustin Wong is an ex-member of Ponytail. This kind of his solo effort just really features a very twinkling psychedelic guitar within it, and he really takes heavy use of these guitar loops, and just builds upon them with in every song. I also get a lot of like first feelings of springtime when I hear this. Still to this day, even though it's kind of like the end of summer right now. But yeah, just a wonderful album, and I heard a lot of you guys liked it as well. So if you haven't seen the review or anything, check this out. Number 5 spot, or number 4, giving it to Fiona Apple's The Idler Wheel is wiser than the driver of the screw, and whipping cords will serve you more than ropes will ever do. Whew. That title's a mouthful. Sheesh. This album's just full of perilous love songs that in no way sound in any shape or form like each other, which is really neat that you can just kind of switch it up with each song. Fiona, she just pours a lot of emotions into the way she plays her piano. I mean, not just her vocals, but her piano playing is really distinct. It's kind of like a rustic sounding piano. It's very like the way she plays it is very like cordial, and you can feel every single note she plays. Not to mention, this album has a lot of originality in the intermittent percussion arrangements. It's the huge highlight of this, and I can definitely see the Idler Wheel being considered a classic in the near future by a lot of people. And getting to the last album on my list, that's in my number 3 spot. It will be going to Laurel Halo, their album Quarantine. And might not be too much of a surprise that it made my list so high, considering I liked her last EP so much that it came out last year. But I'm hearing a lot of like love-hate relationships to this album. But I mean, whether you love it or hate it, I really don't think you can deny its uniqueness. And that's what I love about this album, is just how dynamic it is. I mean, it's bubbly, it's hostile, it feels empty, it's alien, it's dizzying. I mean, it's fuzzy. It's just beautiful. And it's really like nothing I've ever heard before. I'm not claiming this album to be a masterpiece, but it's one of the most intriguing things I've ever heard in years. So if you have any curiosity for kind of a unique kind of take on electronic music, I really highly recommend this. Not even gonna mention my top 2 favorite albums on this list. If you want to see what they are, you're gonna have to open the description box where my Facebook page, as well as my top 100 favorite albums of 2000 is located. I also hope you prepared your favorite albums of this year so far list, and I'll be willing to share them for me in the Dropbox below. So whether it be your favorite album, your top favorite, your top 10, top 20, whatever, go ahead and share with me. I want to hear what you guys say, and I mean, what your guys' opinions, I feel like they always influence me. So thank you guys for watching again, and have yourself a good weekend. Wow, we're already here pretty much. Take care.